okay. Weather's a bit different today here in the UK. Welcome to my cancer journey. I'm Andy, and today I'm going to be talking about my journey with tinnitus again. It might be not basically, I have memory problems that are left from my brain surgery and a few other problems which you probably picked up on my speech and stuff. But it's very hard for me to remember back, but I'm doing my best, and I'm going to be uploading information that other people have, that these are professionals that can talk to you a bit more about tinnitus if you're going through it. Now, I didn't even know this. I've just watched something, and apparently there's so much treatment for people with tinnitus as well. So let's get straight back into it. I didn't even know anything about tinnitus at first, so I just thought that it was the chemotherapy that was making me feel like this. I didn't realise that I had tinnitus on top of it. I thought it was the drugs that were making me feel this way, which it was, but I didn't know I had tinnitus at this point. The tinnitus caused me to feel really, really sick and nauseous, and with the chemotherapy drugs as well, it was just, it was pretty unbearable. But like I said, I didn't know that I had tinnitus at this point, so I just thought it was the drugs. And I can remember lying in bed just feeling so rough, and my ears tingling and popping, and not being able to lie still, so I'd get up and struggle through, and then my balance was funny. I had no idea at this point, it is quite scary, but it was when I started my second lot of treatment for the brain tumours. That was when it got really, really bad, because they gave me such an intense course of chemotherapy, and they used plutonium-based treatment again, which is very common in testicular cancer. That's what they use. I think it's called cisplatin, which I hope I'm right there. I'm going to look that up, and I'll let you know if I'm wrong, but that's what I got told. I remember having a consultation with my oncologist about how I was feeling when I'd finished my chemotherapy for the first lot for the testicular cancer, and I was telling them about how I was still getting this problem in my ears, and she explained that it was tinnitus, but there wasn't much they could do back then. And I just got on with life, thinking it would go away eventually. I remember telling myself that whilst I was lying in bed feeling really ill, that just got to get through this treatment, you'll get better, and it'll go away, you'll get back to you. And that, it helped me in a way, but when it didn't go away, obviously I've had to learn to cope with it. But as I say, your brain's an amazing organ, and it trains itself to, well, mine's trained itself to tune into other sounds so that I don't concentrate on the ringing all the time. Because right now my ears are going really high-pitched squeaking noise with popping and stuff, but I just get on somehow. I fall over a lot and things like that, but I just get on. I'm supposed to wear hearing aids. I'm just getting them for you. I'm supposed to wear these, and I've been told that wearing these little hearing aids, they go over. Oh, sorry about that. They go over the back of your ear, like so. Wrong ear. Go over the back. That probably won't help. And then they go in like this, and they poke in your ear. They're not very comfortable, but you get used to them. You can't see them, you know what I mean? But when I pull my hat down and I talk and stuff, they move and they make a rustling noise. and also they increase the tinny sound that my hearing has lost. So I find that these actually make me hear sounds that increase my tinnitus. So I don't really wear them, which was a bit naughty. But when my hearing gets to the point where I can't hear properly, like really, really bad, then obviously I'll wear them. But they don't help with my tinnitus. They haven't. Gave them a good try, and they just made it worse. So scrap that. Looking up, there's so much techniques you can do. I saw this guy doing these things you can do with like pulling and stretching, and I'm going to look into some of these things because it's all new to me. I didn't know that there was all this new treatment out there. So if you've got tinnitus and you're watching this, Google tinnitus and treatment and it'll come up with all sorts. That's what I'm going to do. My tinnitus seemed to just progressively get more and more intense the more chemotherapy I had, which just increased the stress and sickness that I felt. It was just relentless, and it also caused me to get really, really short-tempered with people. So it would just take me like one thing. I'd go from 0 to 100 like just straight away, and I still get that, but I've learned to cope with it because it's been so long now. So long, do you know what I mean? Like 10 years of learning to cope with this. It's just such a relentless thing that hearing is you don't realise how much. I mean, sound can be like torture if it's continuous horrible sound. And that's kind of what it's like. But as you get on, your brain, like I said again, trains itself, and it you learn to live with it. It's just part of you. It becomes part of your daily life and routine. It's just life. On top of everything else, it was almost too much. But I couldn't give up on life. I couldn't let go of life. And that was my drive. That was my fight. That was what I was holding on to, my future, my life. I was picturing what I was going to do when I get better, when I got my life back. At no point did I think, except for planning my funeral in a dark time that I went into then, I managed to keep myself in quite a good place in my head. But I had great people at hospital, great friends that were supporting me whilst I wasn't in hospital, and friends and family that were supporting me whilst I was in hospital. The great ward, ward at Exeter Hospital, looked after me so well. It was like a family. I spent that much time there. It was like my second home in the end. Yeah, it was a lot to go through, but I'm here today and I'm stronger for it all. The only thing I could do was just push on through, and I started trying to listen to lots of music and trying techniques to try and drown out the tinnitus because it was unbearable. But I couldn't even cope with listening to music. By the time it got to the real severe ringing and popping and stuff, I couldn't listen to music. I'd get 2 seconds in, 2 minutes into it, and I'd start feeling sick. Any noises would just increase it, and with the chemotherapy, it just made me feel so nauseous and sick. I just had to curl up in a ball and just try and sleep through the whole of the time I was having my chemo, and try lots of different techniques. I got a little box thing that played different sounds when you're going to sleep to help you go to sleep, because at night when you're going to sleep, obviously, close your eyes, it's quiet. The tinnitus doesn't stop when you're going to sleep, it carries on. So you're lying there in bed and it stops you from sleeping. It's been a long, hard journey, but now I've come to terms with the fact that I've got tinnitus, and it's just something I've got to live with. It's part of me. That's all I'm going to do for today. I'm going to do a bit of research and try and find out some facts about tinnitus, and I will be posting some links as well, because I'm not very good at taking in information and putting it back out through my mouth. It can go in, and when it comes out, it's just like doesn't make any sense. So I'll post any useful links that I can find. I'll post them to my Facebook page, and you can all have a look on there. Alright, thank you so much for watching. It's been a privilege talking to you all. If you found this helpful, or you know someone that might find this helpful, any of the videos, then share it with them, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and give me a thumbs down if you didn't. And any comments on, if you don't like it, let me know why. And if you do, I'd love to hear what it was about, what I'm talking about, that's helped you. Any feedback would be great, really. Peace out, stay strong, keep fighting on, and keep your mind strong. Don't let it beat you, alright? God bless. Have a good day. Peace out.